that outside? I wonder? We are there. We are there. We are there. Hello, everybody. I'll just say hello to everybody on here first because everyone's just cooling down. Hello to you, my darling. Hello to you, sweetie. Hello to you, gorgeous. Hello to everybody watching. Keep chatting. I will be back. Have a wonderful evening. They don't even know it's on. Good evening, friends. Good evening and welcome this slightly more temperate Thursday evening at Littleport Village Hall for Littleport Christian Spiritualists Divine Service of Mediumship. And of course, with every evening of mediumship, We need a medium. And tonight we have, I think it's, hello, darling. Hello, darling. I believe it's fair to say we have one of our own. Please welcome to Littleport tonight, the lovely Lynda with a Rose. And I've just realised what's going on, so bear with me. I'm just going to go and deal with something. For everyone at home, of course, you can still hear me, so you'll know that I'm dealing with issues, as I always do. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, that's fine. It happens. So, friends, back on track. The door will only now move if it's spirit. It won't be the breeze. But thank you all for coming. Do have a wonderful, uplifting evening. We have got a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot to plan, a lot to go through, something you are going to enjoy hearing. And so let us get the ball rolling by opening this evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine, universal source of all, we thank you. We thank you for the opportunity to come together as friends, to unite under a banner of love, of hope, and of friendship, to witness your proof and your truth that life is indeed eternal. So as we place this service in your care and keeping, Great Spirit, we make the statement as ever, that everything we do is in love, truth, and in light, and only for good. Amen. First off, some notices. You're going to like it. No. On Sunday, we have our workshop, of course, which is in the little room over there, £15, 10:30 till 3:30. Oh, yes, I got the time right. Yeah, I did. And, of course, it's going to be a one, because we were late in November, you see, so it's come around a lot quicker. So the next workshop is indeed this Sunday. I'm really, really excited, really, really looking forward to it, looking forward to seeing everybody there. The following Sunday, of course, will be the last drumming circle of the year, and that's where the party is going to be. And that will be from 11 till 1. No, it won't. It will be 10 till 1. I'll get there in the end. And that's the following Sunday. And there'll be a bit of a little Christmas shenanigans going on as well. Because we are, my friends, coming towards the end of our year. And we've only got 2 services left before we break for Christmas. So we're breaking with a little bit of a tradition, because for the last, God knows how long, I've always done the last service of the year and the first service of the year. But of course, I've got to think about you guys. It's a bit boring having me twice in a row. So I'm doing the mediumship next week. So what of the last week of Christmas? The last week of December, rather, for our service. Well, I have been reliably informed and instructed today that we're going to have a pyjama party. Feel free to bring along food and nibbles and whatever you like and turn up in pyjamas or something night-like. Do not necessarily turn up on what you wear for sleep. The reason I say this is because it'll be nice and chilled and relaxed. But also the bit about don't turn up in what you sleep is because of who our medium will be. Because that last mediumship of the year will actually be conducted by my old friend and mentor, Reverend Lynda Rose. She will be serving us for the last week of the year for mediumship. And so something to look forward to. And that's there you go. These two have known each other for like 40-something years. I was going to say decades, but I wanted to be careful. But then I can say the same thing, so, scary, isn't it? So yes, that's what we've got left going on for the rest of the year. So it's going to be quite exciting, and we've still got loads to cram in, including some healing, some philosophy, and of course tonight's mediumship from the lovely Lynda. So lots to do, but thank you all so much so far this year for your support. It's been an amazing journey, and I know that 2025 will be the year that spiritualism comes together to redefine its direction. There's a prediction for you. So, back to tonight. One last special thing to say. And I've got to be a little bit cryptic here, but we will be, of course, having a reading from Eunice, and then we'll be having the healing led by Tony. And of course, if you wish to help by providing healing during that healing, then feel free to join in. Tony will give you instructions later. But I would like also for everyone to send their thoughts northward, to a friend of this church and her daughter-in-law and all of their family, because we might very soon be having a new member being brought into the earth plane. We are aware that the arrival of a new life up north is imminent. So please send your healing northwards to that friend of ours and their family. And of course, when it comes to this way of life, see, I'm now just segueing straight into the philosophy, as you duly do. When it comes to new beginnings, new life, new starts, new opportunities, we often in our lives, especially in the dreary dead of winter, think about how we've got no opportunity. We can feel down and dismal and dark because that's what the weather does to us. That's what the time of year does to us. But we are still reminded through the very mechanism of nature that new beginnings can come whenever they need to. Every morning, the sunlight comes back. Every morning, the birds start singing again. Every day is a new opportunity for a new beginning, a new hope, a new dream. Quite often I speak of hope, and in this day and age, hope can be seen as quite a dirty word. Hope, what's the point of that? There's only such thing as a small hope. Let's be honest, when have us ever known hope when it wasn't on a diet? Of course. But I'm reminded that this week, amongst many other conversations and discussions, the subject of Pandora's box came up. Now, for those that don't know, Pandora was in ancient Greece and was told to look after a big box and told to never open it, keep it secret, keep it safe, keep it shut. And one day she got a little bit curious. She opened it up. And escaping into all of the world, all the terrible things, all the misery. And she got really upset and offended. She slammed it shut. And she said, what do I do? What do I do? And this wonderful divine voice, it must have been her guide, I'm sure of it, said, open the box again. But I saw what's inside it. I can't do that again. And they said, it's no longer inside it, love. You let it all out. Open the box again. Because she closed that box in time enough to stop one thing escaping. And that one thing that was always needed when those things existed, which is why it was in the box with them. Hope. Hope and faith and belief and all those words that have a similar track, a similar meaning, depending on how you use it. All of these words are the thing that keeps us going when reason tells us there is no hope. Faith and reason are the shoes on your feet. You can travel a lot safer, a lot easier, a lot faster, and a lot more comfortably with both shoes than you can just one. Faith sustains us. Hope sustains us when reason tells us we can't. But what else sustains us? Community, communing, coming together. That upliftment, that joy, that connection that we all share with each other. That sustains us just as equally. Because we, my friends, are stronger together than we are apart. We are nobler together than we are apart. And let's face it, if at least one member of the room knows a joke or two, albeit a bit dirty, I have heard you two laughing today, it's infectious. Laughter and joy is all part of the process. And we can bring those out of each other when we need to. Because we are, my friends, so much stronger together than we are apart. So as we carry on into this journey called winter, as we carry on through the long, cold nights, let us remember that there's only 3 weeks left of 2024, and that once that's out the way, the nights will start to move shorter and shorter and shorter as we move into spring. And the light will come back stronger and stronger and stronger as we move into spring. And with love, joy, connection, laughter, help, support, and hope and faith in each other, the light will definitely come back stronger. But the difference between us and the weather, your light is eternal, and it will come back and it will stay back. So stand firm, stand together, and listen to the front row's jokes, and all will be well. God bless you all, and thank you for listening. And so now we will move swiftly on to our reading for this evening and see if young Eunice and myself have been listening to the same message from Spirit, because we will now have our reading. So please welcome for our reading tonight, Eunice. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, Eunice.
I didn't think I was going to be doing this tonight because I thought I might have been doing the doors. So I haven't actually written one tonight, but I found something within my Native American bits and pieces that I quite liked, and I thought it was worth reading out. No one has it easy. Everyone has problems. You may never know what people are going through. So before you start judging, criticizing, mocking others, please remember they may well be facing their own battles. Just smile, be kind. It may be your turn one day, and you may need that kindness.
Perfect. Wonderful. And yes, the reason I pulled a funny face and looked backwards is, if anyone's got me on Facebook, I shared something that was spoken in a debate a couple of weeks ago. And oh, how well does that resonate with that as well. So thank you. Beautiful, wonderful, marvellous. And so now, friends, we move on. You can stand back up again, dear, because it's your turn. We're going to move on to the healing. Please remember to send your thoughts northwards. But to lead us in healing and explain a little bit about how we're going to do it, please welcome to our lovely service tonight, our healing leader, Tony.
Thank you. That's last week's. Oh, this week's. Okay. Everybody's really well. There's not a back row name. I've got Paul Bold Baker, by the look of it. So send your thoughts out to Paul, if you would, please. As usual, simple thing. If you'd like some healing, raise a hand. Now would be a good idea. Thank you. If you're prepared to give some healing, go to where there's a hand raised. I'll come back down there. It's fine. You sure? Thank you. And just a few words as ever. Great Spirit, please send your healing powers down through our healers to those recipients who've asked. And at the same time as doing that, please protect our healers from anything they don't want to get back. Healers, you've got a couple of minutes about now. Thank you, healers. If you can just bring yourselves back. And as I say every week, thank you to those of you who asked for more than one reason. Thank you.
And I do indeed second that. Thank you for everyone who asked. And thank you to all of our healers and to Tony for leading us. And let's just say that I have a sneaking suspicion that next week we'll have a bit of a surprise for you all in relation to healing. So there we are. Friends, we are fast approaching that time in our service when we are going to hand over the rest of the evening to a very dear friend and a wonderful exponent of this way of life. She travelled away from us for so long, but she came back, only to bugger off again soon. But that's just that's the way of it, isn't it, dear? That some of us we tend to sod off when we have a new beginning to move towards. But the wonders of this wonderful world of technology is that we're never that far away from each other when it really, really matters. Just remember that. And so, a few important indicators as to what's about to happen. Well, first and foremost, should things go awry, I have to admit I've never heard of a fire happening during a church service until Monday, so it does happen. Fortunately, we haven't got any candles next to any tinsel, so we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. We haven't got any candles near any tinsel, so we will be fine. But should we do need to evacuate the building, in all seriousness, our exits are through there, and of course, through there. And most importantly of all, if the curtains do twitch and the lights start flickering, you can follow me. I'll be the first one out. Either that or it's just windy and a few electrical problems. We'll decide when the time comes. But of course, the most important thing is to give a wonderful, raucous welcome to our medium as we hand over to the lovely Lynda Rose.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
I love your dress.
Would you like to wear it?
Well, you know, wouldn't be the first time, darling, won't be the last.
That's what I was thinking. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't been here for such a long while. I think it's probably a year, actually. Yeah, it has been. But I have been travelling and doing my bit around the planet, having fun. Okay, right. So all my sensors are open. So, well, they were last time I worked. So I don't really know what to say, but I just know where I'm going. So I just get on with it, shall I? Can I come to this lady here, please? May I work with you? Yeah, okay. So I feel it's a grandfather figure that stood beside you. Okay, he's quite rounded here. He's quite a big built man. I'm not very tall with him. I'm not 6 foot. I want to say I'm about 5'10" with him, round about that height with him. I know that I was a strong man, so I would have done manual work with this gentleman as well, this gentleman that's come through. I know I'm looking at him and looking at you, and he's taken me to your nose, so I know that there would have been a resemblance with the nose. Okay, so this gentleman's here for you. I do feel I'm on a granddad link, but I may be wrong because I'm not really so good with that part of my mediumship. But this gentleman has told me. Okay, I know with this gentleman, he's shown me that he would be quite casually dressed. I know I've got good sized hands with him. I know that I would have been particularly good with something. I don't know if I'm electrical or whether, sorry, lovely, electrical or I'm doing wood. But I know I'd be quite good with machinery of some sort. Can you take the gentleman I have? Have I given you the description of him? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. So just if you can find out, or do you know what I mean? But all what I'm giving you is what he's telling me or showing me. All right. So it's just that they don't always tell me the relationship. So, right. Okay. I just know he was very good with his hands. Lovely. Well, and now, so I come to you because when they come, so for all of you, really, I get your loved ones close. They'll once you've recognised who they are, then you'll get a message of guidance because the work that I do is healing. All right, so they tend to give some guidance. You all have free will whether you take that guidance. All right. So he's coming close to you at this moment in time. He's saying to you, please stop looking backwards, keep looking forwards, all right, in life. I know that, well, he makes me feel that, you know when you're really, really healthy and you can do so much, and then as you mature, you slow down. And this is where I feel there's some frustration with you at this moment in time. And this is where he's saying, just stop looking back at how you was and love what is here now, and taking those steps forward as you go. A bit like the address there, really, about moving forward and not be fearful. Just and do things a little bit out of the box, okay? Because there's so much out there for you. All right, does that make sense? Yeah. So a lot of love. He's taken me to your throat there, and that's where I worked on you as well. So I don't know, with the throat, it's about, have you got to say something to somebody? Are you holding back? Yeah. So this is where you you need to sometimes just have to shift these things and be brave and just say what you've got to say. Yeah. And sometimes the outcome is not always what you're expecting. Okay. And maybe the outcome may be better later on than straight away. All right. So that makes sense. Because that's why this gentleman's come forward, and I was working on your throat chakra there, and he's just reminded me of that because he's shown me your throat chakra. All right. I have to say lots of love from this gentleman. He's with you and he's around you. Is it you who likes doing the gardening bits? Yeah, because he liked the outside as well and doing the gardening bits, because he impresses himself on you. All right, when you're doing that. All right. Lots of love from this gentleman. All right. Thank you for working with us. Thank you. Can I work with you, please? Thank you. Well, I do get sounds. You've seen me work before, and I've got damned if you do, damned if you don't going on around you at the moment. All right. I've got a gentleman that's with you also, but I also got a lady that wants to come in, but I'm going to keep the gentleman here, all right, because, and he's bigger than life, this gentleman, when he was here on the earth plane. And as I'm connecting with him, I know that he would say things as they were. He wouldn't hold back. He just would not hold back. But he's quite a cheeky chappy, but he's a nice character. He's nice. I don't think if he was rude, then I don't think he would want to be rude. If you know what I mean. But it also comes out of his mouth before he realises what he's saying. Right. So I do know this gentleman is around you at the moment, and I must say that you can't do that. He's talking about sorting this person out. All right, but it's choice words. But he wants to bang heads together as well. So I do feel there's a couple of people that are not playing ball together and mucking around. All right. So well, the words he says I can't repeat here. All right, but what he's saying, something needs to be sorted out. Okay. I know that this is getting on your nerves. He's telling me it's getting on your nerves, and a few swear words is coming from you as well about this situation. Okay. And all right, my lovely. He's taken me to your gap in your teeth there. Yep. And that's to me that's lucky. All right, that is lucky. So it don't matter whether you've had, I can't use that word again, not such good life. But that is lucky because it's made you who you are today. All right. He wants to take you back to when you were free, where things were struggling a bit at home. Yeah, and he's talking about getting past that now. But you have grown, and it's a lot about loving yourself as well, which is what you do. He's saying. Right, and you're comfortable in your own skin, which is what he's saying. So he's saying just sort those things out, because why should you have things that are niggling you when you're mum? Does that make sense? Why should you put up with that? This is what he's saying. All right. Okay. And I'm going to leave you with his love and say God bless you and thank you for working with us. Thank you. Noisy bottle, sorry. Where am I? Sorry. All right, okay. That's all right. I know I'm in the middle row there, but I'm not sure where I am. Okay, I'm going to go with the lady in the pink top there. May I work with you, please? Thank you. I do have a lady with yourself, all right? I'm looking at her, I'm looking at you, so I know this is either a mother or a nanny link with you, okay? I know with this lady, when she was here on the earth plane, she would be quite a strict lady, and everything had to be in its place when she was here. I also know this lady, and I can see a family resemblance there, but she makes me feel that in her latter days that she slowed right down. So she makes me feel she was a hard worker when she was here, but the latter parts of her life, she slowed right down. She showed me how she would walk and she would shuffle, so she's not walking very strongly, I want to say. Also, she's making me feel that she would have been a little bit over, and I know that she'd have lost the weight. I know that when she was here and she was fully functioning properly, she was the same size as yourself, okay, but I know there would have been a little bit more shortness in her, not the height that you are. And I know that with this lady, she's coming in very strong here at the moment for yourself, okay? But this lady's very proud of you, she's saying, because you've come through a lot. Would you understand that? And she's saying you're doing so well now. So stop pulling yourself to pieces, because she's talking about sometimes you do that. And once you get one thing in your head, you start pulling and pulling and pulling. And it's about just accepting what's going on and who you are. All right? I'm going to leave this lady's love with you and say God bless you and thank you for working with us. Thank you. Making you work. Okay. Lady at the back there, please, may I work with you? Yep, lovely. I've got with you, damned if you do and damned if you don't. Would you understand that going on around you at the moment? Okay. Oh, I've got a lady here that's drawing close. She's pulling her sleeves up. Normally when they're doing that, they mean business. So I know this lady, she's a very short lady. She's not a very tall lady. She's a bit shorter than myself. I've got some weight on me, but I'm not massive. I'm about average weight with this lady. I know that I would, she showed me some beautiful cakes, so I know that she would make cakes when she was here. Okay, and I feel that she was a doer when she was here, so she would get stuck into doing things, this lady. I know with this lady also that, oh, okay, thank you. She sings. So I've got a tone. She's singing, all right? But I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying she sings, all right, this lady. And she's singing away. But I feel that, oh, what are they? Could you take canaries with this young lady? Canaries or budgies, yellow. Yep. Oh, it's with you, is it? I've got yellow birds. I thought they were canaries because they sing, don't they? They sing. So you've got the canaries. Okay. Then what she's coming in with, I don't. Would you understand then that you sing with the birds? Would you understand that, or what she's saying is maybe you should be singing with the birds? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Because I feel that what she's saying is sometimes they get on your nerves. Does that make sense? The birds, when they're chirping a lot. All right, okay, right. I don't know what she's saying then, but she's talking about singing. Because I feel she's quite a jolly lady, all right, when she was here, and And so she was singing, and she's brought in the singing for you. All right? Would that make sense? Yeah, okay. As long as it makes sense to you, that's fine. But I know I can see these birds, so it's and they're singing. They're singing nicely. I want to put you outside as well. I want you to be outside walking. Would you understand that with yourself? Right. And would you understand that there's, I don't know if you've got children, but would you understand there's a little one around you that needs a bit extra help at the moment? Yes, because I don't know whether it's in school or I don't know, but I know that there needs extra help with this child. All right, and you are being told by this lady to really keep a good eye on things, and if somebody says it's all right, it's not all right. So question things. Does that make sense? Right, I can see a puzzled look. It will open up for you, all right, it will open up for you. But I know I've got this little one that needs some extra help. And you may have to push more for that help. Does that make sense? Lovely. All right, I'm going to leave you with this lady's love and say thank you for working with me. Thank you. Thank you. And could I work with you, please? Is that all right? Good. I think we've got some damns if we do and damned if we don't going on. Can you understand that with yourself as well? Can you understand people around you not playing ball at the moment? Okay, I don't do possibly. Yes or no? I've got people around you that's not. Would you understand that you're being walked over at the moment by somebody? Okay. Let me see who I've got coming in to give you this, who this is. I know I've got a gentleman here for yourself. Okay, this gentleman is, I want to say he's about, I think he's about 5'9", 5'10", where the others in the family are taller than him, he's saying. All right. So this gentleman, I'm talking about the men in the family, are taller than him. He seems to have drawn the short straw. Okay, he's got a sense of humour going on here as well. So I know that he would have been fun when he was on the earth plane. I know that fun was not for everybody. It would be more family than further out, unless he trusted his mates. Okay. So I know that he had, I want to say there was some trust issues because of things that have happened in the past, he's telling me. Okay, I know he would have had problems with his knees before he went to the spirit world. I want to say my knees weren't working as well as what I wanted them to. Okay, and would you understand there was heart problems with this gentleman, please? All right, okay. Let me see if I can see what he looks like. Right, he's the shorter one of the family. So the others are taller, and he's the shorter one. He's got brown hair. He's got quite nice skin. He doesn't look weathered or anything, so I don't feel he's somebody that's outside. I feel he's somebody more inside working. Okay, I feel he's a family man. Right. You know somebody that passed with the heart condition, please? Yes, but they're not family. Okay, right, okay. So I've got somebody, maybe this person's just coming in to say hi, but there is a heart condition with somebody, all right, and they're coming in to say hi then. I know that this gentleman that I have here, he would have had some problems with his heart, even though he didn't pass with the heart. All right, he had pneumonia. He's telling me he went with pneumonia. All right, so that makes sense. Lovely. So I must say that this gentleman's here to, he would like to sort things out around you. Okay, so would you understand some travelling with yourself, either to hospitals or the doctors, things like that? Yes, yeah. Right, is that somebody then around you, Lovey? Could you? All right. I don't normally get my sat nav wrong, but you two are close anyway, aren't you? Yeah. All right. Okay. You can't take none of it. Can you take all of it? Right. Okay. Right. So I'll move over to you then. But the thing is, you must be able to take this gentleman that went with those conditions. All right. Right. Okay. All right. And you can take that as well. Right, okay. But there is somebody that did, because I know I'm with you, all right, there is somebody that did go with the heart, not with the heart, the lungs in the end, but there was the hearts, they had problems in their life later on with their heart, okay, because that affected the respiratory part of that person. Right, I know that because I've got that gentleman here. I will move over to you in a minute. All right, so I have to give that. So you can't take the message. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Okay, yeah, he's got dark hair. But you can't take the message. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you take that message? Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Let me just see if I can find the message for you. Because this gentleman's not leaving, you see, and it's not your gentleman, it's your gentleman. Okay. Would you understand some respiratory problems with yourself?
Recently,
Yeah.
yes.
Right. So that's where the health thing is coming for you. All right. So this is about pacing yourself now. All right. Slowing down a bit, pacing. And it's almost like living in the moment. Because I'm feeling what this gentleman's saying is that you're living very much into the future, trying to get things sorted. Right. And he wants you, and that causes stress. Right, and you don't have all the tools to do that at this moment in time. So what he's saying is try and live in the moment and recognise this respiratory problem. It's not a problem. It's just a little issue at this moment. Yeah, it's a little issue at the moment. But it's about sitting with that and just I don't know if you do this, but it's like sitting and going into just to put some love there in your lungs. All right, and that's for you. So thank you, and this gentleman is sending a lot of love to you. All right, thank you for working with us. Just for you. So that's your father that I have. All right. Okay. He's not a very tall man, is he? No. And he's a little bit chunky. Yeah, a little bit chunky. He's not wearing a suit, but he's got a jacket on. It's like a tweedy jacket type, yeah. And I'm got quite a sense of humour as well with this gentleman. Would you understand that?
Sometimes.
Right, yeah, yeah. But just with like the lady there, just with the family more than anything. But I know there's a sense of humour there. But I know also there was a strictness as well with this gentleman. Okay, so the sense of humour was on his terms, nobody else's. You understand? I do also know with this gentleman I don't know if it's him or somebody else coming in. Would you understand prostrate problems? Is that somebody else that's just come in? No, my dad would have. Right, okay, yeah. Right, okay, because I've got prostrate problems. I'm not saying that, don't know if that's what he passed with, because I feel it's the respiratory with him. But I know, would you also understand there were other things that started going on with him? So I want to say that all through my life I was pretty fit, and then all of a sudden it was just, oh my gosh, everything, yeah, one thing after another, and it just took me down in the end. That I just gave up. I just, what was the point? All right. I know that he's around you at this moment. There must be an anniversary around or a birthday around you at this moment in time. Just had, or yeah, all right. And okay, thank you. It's about celebrating passings. All right. This is what you said. It's about celebrating passings, because we celebrate when we're on the earth, and we celebrate with those like coming together now. We're celebrating the love of our loved ones, yeah, and it's not a sad time. This is what this gentleman's saying. We've had our lives, we've had our time, all right. But I don't know why he's saying that to you, but he wants you to know that, all right. Okay, would you understand a child? Gone back to spirit world, please. Yeah, that's around you as well. There's real sad circumstances around that as well, I'm being told. Yeah. And would you understand rescue work? That's what you do. Yeah, because that's coming in. All right, that's coming in. So there's a lot of light. I want to say there's a lot of light where the rescue spirits are. All right, and they're gathering light, because I can see it. They're gathering light, and that light is for you. All right, because you're needing lifting up at the moment. Yeah. So they're bringing that light for you to lift you up. Okay, as a thank you, because some of them were very desperate souls, I'm being told. All right. Also, I've got bridge over troubled water. That's the saying that comes through. That means there is some problems with family. You understand? Yeah. So that's all out there for you. But just stay in your power, and that beautiful light from those that you've helped are helping to raise you. All right. Lovely. Thank you for working with us. Thank you. Right, where am I now? How comes gentleman on then there with the glasses on, please? Mm-hmm. Oh, stay there. You understand that you're having to take a breath, a rest, or a breath of something. Right, because I'm being told there needs to be a bit more rest time for yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. Is that a maybe? You know I don't like maybes. There is rest time for you, and there should be, all right? And you know that if you don't listen to what they're saying, then they start, I always say they cut your legs off, so you have to rest, okay? I have a gentleman here, I feel he's your father that's come in here, all right? I feel there must have been a real strictness with this gentleman when he was here on the earth plane. And I know he takes me to his tummy, so I know there would have been problems with his tummy. I'm not saying that's what he passed with, but I know that his tummy would have given him a lot of jip, he's saying, through his life. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I get it. I'm just trying to work out how I should say this and do it. He's given me a liver, right? It's given me liver. So I don't know if this is a problem with you, or whether it's a problem with him, or whether he likes eating liver, or whether you love eating liver. But I have to give you that, all right? I can see liver. That makes sense. Good, good, good. Where's she got them? Lovely. Okay. I do, when I look at this gentleman, I can see similarities with you, so I do feel it's like father or granddad. And I know that I've got the broadness of yourself as well when I was here, but he's showing me that he slimmed down later on in life. Okay. I know that he talks about nil by mouth, so I know that he would not have been able to eat before later on when he was unwell. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't. He's talked about nil by mouth. Then would you understand then that he lost his appetite and wasn't eating much before he passed the spirit world, please? You wouldn't have known, right? Well, you would know. Okay, he's talked about, then would you understand somebody else in the spirit world that would, before they passed the spirit world, they were actually nil by mouth? Would you understand that on a friend, please? Okay, let me just give you what's being said to me, because I know that others do come in now and again, all right, just to say hi. But this person had cancer, and it was a very quick cancer, all right, and it was aggressive cancer, and there was nil by mouth. Yeah, you would understand that. So that person is coming in to say hello, all right, to you. All right, I feel that's more on a work or a friend than a family member. All right, does that make sense? Yep, okay. So I'm feeling with this gentleman that's come through for you, not the one with the cancer, but the other chap. Would you understand there would have been dizzy spells with this gentleman? Dizzy spells. Yeah, because I feel as though I want to hold on. And would you understand the mind started going? Before he passed the spirit world, I want to say. And I know with this gentleman that I want to say that he's around you at this moment in time, all right, because you find things a little bit difficult to switch off. Would you understand that? And that's why he's saying things need to just be slowed down for you, all right, because there's some healing needed. Does that make sense? Okay. I might as well be talking to I should be talking to Lisa, I think. Okay. Right, so thank you for working with us. I'm just going to pop over to Lisa now. All right. I've got that name right. No, so I don't, when I'm here, names just don't flow very well. Now, you're very active on Facebook, I know that, all right, and you've had a lovely gift of a China tea set, which is beautiful, okay. But your mind, I don't know who's telling me this at the moment, but your mind is working out all the things that you can do, all right? So your mind is like, but I don't know whether it's your mind or whether it's spirit trying to put you in different places now. Does that make sense to you? You're just being, and your thoughts, you're changing what you're doing. I know that you're doing the same things, but you're trying to bring other things in, okay? Okay, would you understand a lady in the spirit world? This lady's a lot shorter than myself. I've got a little bit of weight on me with this lady. I know that, she makes me feel as though she was a happy person because I feel I've got sound, so I don't know if she would sing or hum, but I know I've got a little bit of music going on in my head here. And I feel with this lady that she was very much keeping herself to herself when she was here on the earth plane. She was a quieter one, but an observer. She would observe everybody. Okay. I feel she was quite a spiritual lady herself when she was here. All right. The tea leaves, and I don't know whether she taught you, but you know, she might have taught you from spirit world. I don't know, but I know that there's a spiritual side to her, that connection when she was here. I know that this goes through your family anyway. You understand that. I know it has left out a few people, but they're not quite there yet, if you know what I mean, mentally. But this lady's coming in, and I feel she impresses on you, right? When would you? I want to go back 2 weeks. I think I've got to go back, where she is impressing on you to start something else. Does that make sense to you? Right. Okay. Because and it's almost like you don't know whether you can take on anything else. Yeah. But she's saying that will be good for you, and that will expand you. It will expand your work more than what you're seeing. Yeah. So what she's saying, yeah, try and please put that in place and go for it. Okay, because, and you do have the time, but she's saying that the first part of it is going to take a lot of time, but then after that, it's not going to take so much time. The setting up is going to take a bit of time. Does that all make sense? Oh, lovely. So she's around you, she's with you, and she's impressing on you. And yeah, a beautiful lady. She is a beautiful lady. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Thank you for working with us. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bill. Bill? Yep, got the name right. It's all right for work with you, lovey? Okay. I've got a gentleman here in spirit, and you look so much alike. All right, Phil is on a granddad link for you. All right, very much alike. I know with this gentleman, when he was here on the earth plane, oh, what are you doing? I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I don't know if he'd done some sort of sport or something, or it might be his work. Right. Put that to one side a minute. He's just brought that thought, that shown me that in my head. So we just put that to one side, just for a moment, so we can work out. So I need to see what you look like. So I know that you look very much alike, you and this gentleman. Okay. I know that he's probably your height as well. He might be just slightly taller than yourself. Okay. I know I've got he's given me some funny things going on with my tummy, and normally that tells me that they were on medication before they passed to the spirit world. It's also making me feel that there would have been either heart problems. I'm not saying that was the passing, but there would have been some heart problems with this gentleman through his latter part of his life. Okay, you know who I've got now? You're all right. Okay. I do feel with this gentleman that his passing was quick. Not sure if don't think it's a heart. I don't know if it was an accident or something, but I know it was quick. All right. And I must be either in my, I feel I'm in my 70s with this gentleman. I don't feel I'm younger, but I'm younger in here. All right, so this tumbling that I've seen, that might have been either an accident or something like that he's shown me, because he showed me this tumbling. I couldn't work out what it is, whether he was doing a sport or he was doing something. Okay, have I lost you? Yeah, okay. So I know that his passing was quick, and I do feel it's either from an accident or there was something that, I don't know. I just feel it was quick anyway. I also know with this gentleman, okay, I feel he was a little bit crazy. Well, that's what he's telling me. So I feel that he would have took chances in life. All right, this gentleman, he wasn't the normal like family. He might have had a family, I don't know, but he wasn't the normal. He would take chances. I'm not sure whether he would have done some travelling as well. But I know he wasn't the norm man. You know who I've got? Yeah, yeah. Oh, good, good. Let's give you the message then. I've got, this is a bit of a strange one, really. Oh, thank you. Would you understand an Aran jumper? Do you know what an Aran jumper is? It's Aran wool, okay, that's knitted, and it's quite, I don't see anybody, it's the colour of that lady's jumper there, so it's like a biscuity colour. You can't take that. You don't, right, okay. The only thing I can do with that is he showed me an Aran jumper, okay, and they're very thick, and they're pure wool, and they, I think they're from sheep from Aran, I think, the island Aran. So I don't know if any of that would resonate with you, any of it. No. All right. No, that's it's all right. Can I just leave that with you to think on what I've just said, because that's the only thing I can see, other than maybe you're needing to keep warm. All right, maybe you're needing to have that extra layers on you to keep you warm. Would you understand your immune system's been low? Oh, that's why. Okay, all right. Okay, so he's giving you an Aran jumper. but try and investigate this Aran wool. And it's from sheep from Aran. It's an island, I think. Scottish island, isn't it? Sorry? You have problems with her legs? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, she's around. But you're not going to be greedy. I'm not giving you any more. But yeah, she's around as well. All right. But that's reference because she had problems with her legs. All right. God bless you, and thank you for working with us. You have to get knitting now. So I'm going to stop there with you because I've only got a little bit of time. I want to get around more people. All right. Thank you. Gonna work with you. Is that all right? I know you're in the forces. I know that. So I know a little bit about you. But I feel as though I'm on a boat. Would you understand that with yourself? I'm on a boat. All right. And so can I go back with naval connections with yourself, please? Am I correct? Come on. Right, that was so much easier, wasn't it? Thank you. It's just that I want to get round as many as possible. So if you're going, well, maybe, yeah, but you really know in here it's right. Oh, well, you're going to get a good message, I can tell you. Oh, yeah, see, look, sailor. Right, behave yourself, Lynda. Okay, right. So, yeah, so I feel as though I'm on the sea. I have a gentleman here that that I want to say didn't make old bones, he's telling me. All right, so he wouldn't have been a very old gentleman when he passed the spirit world. I want to say round about his 60s when he passed the spirit world, okay? I don't know if it's the same man that's on the sea, but I just, I need to bring that in. Right, so with this gentleman, okay, he's not a very tall man. I feel he's sort of round about here on me, so about 5'8", 9", with a pinch, yeah. He's showing me himself fit, so I know he wouldn't like old age. Okay, so he's showing himself younger. I know I've got brown hair with him. I know I've got a longer face. It's not such a round face, it's a longer face with this gentleman. I know his hair is short as well. He's saying something about his nose, so I don't know if his nose was big or I don't know. There's something to do with his nose. He's pointing to his nose. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, they do that to me. Right, I know that there would have been medication before he passed the spirit world, and I know that when he did go to spirit world, it was quite long and drawn out. Okay, but he's also saying that when he let go, he was then able to go to his family on the other side. Yeah, but he hung on and hung on, hung on. It makes me feel that he was hanging on for somebody as well on the earth plane for goodbyes. I've got to give connections with New Zealand with all of this, please. I feel it's New Zealand or out that way. So I know that somebody, I don't know if that's a person who didn't quite get back in time, I'm not sure. Can you take all what I've given you? 3rd degree. Okay. I feel that he's making me feel that at the end he wasn't really with it. Okay, he wasn't really conscious, but he was aware of what was going on around him. Okay, and I'm feeling with this gentleman that, okay, my lovely, we're going over to you now. I don't know if he wore a hat, but he's taken his hat off to you. All right. So to me, that means there's respect. Okay. I do feel that this gentleman would have been in your life probably when you were a younger man more than an older man. Well, you're not an old man. Oh, did I say that? How terrible. But I just know that there's a lot of respect and love from this gentleman for you. Okay, he's not going to tell you what you've got to do. Okay, because he knows that he could never tell you what to do. All right, there you go. He says, but he says, look at how you're sitting. You are putting a lot of protection around yourself at the moment. Okay, and he's going to leave it there. God bless you and thank you for working with us. Right, let me see. Mm. I think I'm with the gentleman in the red there. Can I work with you, please? Thank you. You know, like the saying I've been saying, damned if you do and damned if you don't. Can you understand that going on with you at the moment? Or around you, please? Damned if you do and damned if you don't going on around you at the moment? Right, okay. Sometimes I just need that as my way in. Okay. Oh, how lovely. I've got a lady here for you. She's quite flamboyant. I love it when they come in flamboyant because my hands go all over the place. She was quite flamboyant when she was here on the earth plane. I do feel, well, she's shown me she was very slender. So I feel that the slenderness came a bit later on in life than in her younger days, okay? But I do feel that she was, not, I wouldn't say, well, I can see she's nicely shaped. Whatever size she is, she's nicely shaped, all right? Very flamboyant. I also know with this lady that I have a really pretty face, and I know that with her face that I could say she didn't make old bones, but I feel she did. But she's got beautiful skin. You know, she looks younger than what she was age-wise. Okay, and I just, I've got family around me, and I always had answers for people. I could help people, and I used to love helping people because my beat was high. I was never, or not very often, down. My beat was high. And she says that was right to the last. She said my beat was high. I know I've got a lovely smile with her, so I know that when she was laying in her bed that she would smile at people, yeah, and to reassure them, okay. And I just feel she's around you at this moment in time. You know who I've got here? No. Okay, let me just see if I can give you a bit more then. I don't know if she's family, she could be friends, and you could be going back in time with her as well, okay? But I just know that, okay, thank you. Would you understand a friend of the family being a bit like this lady, please? Yeah, because that's what she said, friend of family. But I just know that she's here to raise you up, all right, because you've been down in the dumps just recently, she's saying, okay, and she's here to raise you up. I know that there's a question mark above your head at the moment, and that is you're not quite sure either what way to go or to sort things out, all right, but all will be revealed. You don't get it all in one day, so it will all be revealed for you, all right. Oh, she's taken me to here with you, so I know you have to have a voice or something, all right? You have to have a voice. And whatever that voice is, it needs to be done politely, not angrily, all right? And I would say that your throat chakra here, it needs a little bit of healing, a little bit of twisting the chakra, yeah? Especially at the back, and the back is the will center. So it's your will. You're having to keep quiet. Does that make sense to you? So this lady's come to raise you up. So if you want, if you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, think about this lady, and she'll come into your head, and she'll play music, and she'll just move around, and yeah, she's quite flamboyant. She's beautiful. All right, lots of love from her for yourself, all right? And thank you for working with us. Thank you. One more?
Well done.
Oh, is that no more?
Yeah.
Thanks. Sorry, I didn't get around to everybody. I could do, but what's for breakfast?
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your love. I can't do it without that. Thank you.
Well done, Don.
You're welcome.
And if it's any consolation, I gave you an extra 2 minutes because I'm nice.
2 minutes.
That was my dad's favourite catchphrase, actually. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to our medium tonight, the one and only Lynda Rose. And I am going to steal that dress one day, I'm sure.
When I grow out of it, I'll give it to you.
Lovely, thank you. Well, friends, we are fast approaching the end of the night. Lots still to go through. I have been keeping an eye on the messages. I've got a lot to tell you two at the back. I've been chatting, about you. But also, I've been keeping an eye. No news from up north yet, neither. So stay tuned. I'm sure all will be revealed eventually. Do please feel free to stay behind after the service. We have jam sandwiches, and we also have fruit cake.
Oh,
I mustn't eat any of it because it'd be too much like cannibalism. But I probably will anyway. But of course, there's also the raffle. Thank you for everyone who's brought donations this week. There's some lovely, lovely prizes up there. And of course, thank you again for all of your support and your contributions throughout the year, up to date and beyond. So thank you. And don't forget, the medium, I'm very, very sorry to say, next week is me. So there's that to look forward. And tell your friends that the following week, of course, my old friend and mentor, Lynn, will be closing the year out. So that will be one not to be missed. And yes, and most importantly of all, come wearing pajamas and dressing gowns and all sorts like that. Do not necessarily come as you would to sleep. We're not having a slumber party, that's for sure. Friends, let's join together one last time and close this evening in prayer. As we say, Great Spirit, divine, universal source of all, we thank you. We thank you for the opportunity to unite under a banner of love, hope, and friendship, and to feel that sense of community, not just between ourselves, but with the world of spirit. As we go out into the world, we ask that we have the blessing to take that joy, that upliftment, and that message with us, that we are one, no matter the blood, no matter the bone, no matter the country, no matter the language. We are one, united in love, hope, and friendship. And in times of difficulty, Great Spirit, we ask you not to move the mountain, to just give us the strength to climb. Until we meet again, in your name, amen. And so, one last time tonight, a big thank you to our medium, the lovely Lynda. And I have just got to share this. Cheryl says, oh my God, I'm missing sandwiches and cake. And Honey says, hi, Pops. And they're messaging now, but she just said hi through here. There you go. So thank you to everyone who's been with us online. We need to give them a big thank you tonight. So we are going to go and have jam sandwiches. We are going to have... Now this is going to confuse me because I've got someone in the hall communicating on the chat as well now, talking to each other. This is brilliant. I love it. But we are going to say goodnight to everyone online now, and then we are going to have a raffle, jam sandwiches, and cake. And Chris is just going to throw all his money everywhere. I wish the camera was the other way round for you, honey. Friends, from all of us here to everyone at home, after 3, 1, 2, 3.